All right. Welcome to week 14. This is the second to last week before winter break. So this week we have we're going to continue reading chapter 18. It's again a very long chapter. It's going to take an hour and a half to finish in total. So we're going to be working through that this week, and then we'll be finishing it next week. We are going to use our inspiration interview essays to practice revision stations, because when we come back from winter break in January, we are going to start our final project for the nonfiction unit, because at that point we'll be done with the book and we are going to write a paper on it and practice all the skills that we've been learning up until this point. And so we're going to practice the revision process with this interview essay that I had you complete last week. And then for my fourth period, we are going to be doing a grammar lesson on misplaced modifiers. So fifth and sixth period, don't worry about those slides because you did that a couple weeks ago. My fourth period, you are just now getting to it because of the weird schedule that worked out with Wednesdays. I try to have grammar lessons be on Wednesdays, and every other week it's alternating between A and B day. But with the holidays, it's been kind of crazy. So fourth period only for grammar lesson. And then we are going to continue reading chapter 18 on Thursday and Friday and revising our interview essay and resubmitting, taking all the feedback that you were given and resubmitting that. And then we'll also have a first chapter Friday this week. I've been kind of slacking on that recently, but this week I've got several books to show you, so it'll be really fun. But a quick announcement. So you've heard and you've seen the stickers Titan Family, Titan Strong. The reason that that is such a common phrase around West Salem High School is because that's what we are. We are a family, and families support one another and help each other, especially in times of need. And with the holidays coming around, there are lots of families that could use our help, and we want to do what we can to support them. So Mr. Backus and Mr. Tiffin have organized these Titan Family winter food boxes and are asking teachers to just volunteer to have their classes participate. And I wanted to do that because I think it's a good opportunity. So, what it is that we are supporting our community by providing 15 boxes to families in need. So, our class will get one box. And then this is going to run from December 6th, which is this Monday, all the way to December 15th. And I believe on December 16th is when they're going to start distributing those boxes out to those families. So our job is to fill the box with the items listed, or we could even donate money to get a Safeway gift card for those families. And here is the list. This is also linked on Canvas if you need a copy of it. So this is not a requirement. This is not something I'm requiring anyone to do, but I really want us to participate. I want to encourage you to join. I'm going to be helping, and I think this will be a really awesome opportunity for us to just show some love to our community, to some families in need this holiday season. So if you would like to do that and have questions, please let me know. But again, all this information is listed on Canvas. So to start off, we're going to have a warm-up prompt. This is a fun one. If you could watch a movie, listen to a song, or read a book for the very first time again, what would you choose and why? So I'm assuming it's probably going to be one of your favorite movies, songs, or books. Which one of those three would you choose? What is it, and why would you pick it? So you're going to write that down here. Okay, these first two questions for chapter 18 is only for my fourth period, because fourth period last week we started reading chapter 18, but because of the schedule, we did not get as far along as fifth and sixth period. So this is just for fourth period. You're going to tell me what happened when they visited Abel's family for Christmas, and how did Patricia respond to the difference in cultural expectations when it came to gender? And then the second question, that is only for fourth period this week: did Patricia have any other option than to go back home with Abel after the kitchen fire incident? And I want you to tell me why or why not. So we're continuing reading, and by page 261, we see this quote: "She had always been independent, self-sufficient, but she had lost that part of herself at the mercy of someone else's failed dream." So I want you to tell me, is it worth it to sacrifice your morals or your character in order to help someone that you love? And if you say that it is worth it, at what point is that sacrifice not enough anymore? So I want you to think about that quote and tell me what you think. Okay, so this activity is something that you really need to be in person to do. So if you're watching this video right now and you were gone on either Monday or Tuesday, depending on A or B day, this is going to be an activity that is you need to do with the partner in class, but if you're going to be gone, you can also look at the instructions for these revision stations and kind of go through it yourself. It's just not going to be as helpful because you won't get somebody else to look at your paper. But ideally, what's going to happen is on Monday for A day and on Tuesday for my B day kids, students, you are, if your essay is ready, your inspiration interview essay, if you've already turned it in, it's ready to go, you're going to print it out and then you're going to go through these stations with a partner. If your essay is not done, which it really should be because it was already due, but if it's not done, you are going to finish it in class. And then you're going to do these revision stations on Thursday if you have me on B day and Friday if you have me on A day. So with the revision stations, there's 6 stations around the room, and each one has specific instructions on how to give peer feedback and review. So you're going to pick a partner, and you're going to be with that same partner for every station. So you will be looking at their paper for every single station and answering the questions to give them some feedback. And then on this handout that I'm going to give you, this is what you will write as kind of your game plan, looking at the revision that you have, the feedback you've gotten from your partner. Okay, so this is for fourth period only. Yeah, fourth period only. So you're going to take a look at this video and you're going to tell me, what does a modifier do? What is a dangling modifier? And what is a squinting modifier? So, modifiers are words, phrases, or clauses that add information about other parts of a sentence. They give some more clarity. The problem when they are misplaced is that the modifier isn't clearly linked to a specific part in the sentence that they're referring to. And so it creates unintentional ambiguity, which just means it kind of makes things a little bit confusing. So in this example, they said the thief robs town with the world's largest chocolate bunny. The green part is the modifier, but it is misplaced because we don't know when we're reading this. Is the thief robbing a town that just happens to have the world's largest bunny, chocolate bunny? Or is he robbing this town and taking the bunny itself? We don't know because it's misplaced. If we change it, town with the world's largest chocolate bunny robbed by thief, we get some more clarity. We go, oh, he didn't steal the bunny. He just happened to commit a crime in a town that has the world's largest chocolate bunny. So a dangling modifier means that a modifier is present, but it's not actually linked to anything specific. So it's just kind of hanging out and not really doing anything. It doesn't really have a clear job. And a modifier caught between two things that could be linked to either one means it's a squinting modifier. So it really could go either way, but we're not sure which direction. So with squinting modifiers, they are often adverbs like the one in this sentence. Robbers who steal chocolate bunnies rapidly attract the outrage of onlookers. We don't know exactly what it's trying to modify. So how do you fix this? Well, there's one of two ways you can do this. You can either put the modifier closer to the part that it's supposed to be linked to, or you can totally restructure the sentence in its entirety to change what the modifier is modifying and make it more clear. Okay, so this should be at the part in the slides where it is either Thursday or Wednesday, depending on what day you have me. Thursday or Friday. So by this point, we are at page 262 for chapter 18. Trevor says, I saw more than anything that relationships are not sustained by violence, but by love. Love is a creative act. When you love someone, you create a new world for them. So I want you to tell me, based off of this quote, what does Trevor mean when he says, when you love someone, you create a new world for them? A new world for them. What does that mean? And what does that look like in relationships within your own life? Like, try to think of some examples. On page 267, he says, you want to live in a world where someone is good or bad, where you either hate them or love them, but that's not how people are. I want you to tell me in this box on the slide, do you agree with Trevor? Do you believe that people are complex and it's not that simple? Or do you disagree and think that people can kind of fit into neat categories and aren't necessarily complex? Okay, so the plan for the second half of class on Thursday, if you have me on B day, and Friday, if you have me for A day, is to pick up where we left off with revision stations. So those of you that completed the revision stations and got that peer feedback, you're going to use that time in class to use the feedback and revise your paper, because you're going to turn it into me again. And I want you to specifically highlight the changes that you made so that I can see. And then if you hadn't had your paper done, but now you do, this is your chance to have your revision station done. So you'll pick a partner, somebody else who wasn't ready on Monday or Tuesday, and you will go through that process. Okay, so this is our first chapter Friday, and it's not just one book, it's multiple. So I could have waited till like the week of May the 4th, in the spring. May the 4th be with you, but I just got too excited. So first chapter Friday is a bunch of Star Wars books. I plan on doing the same thing with Marvel, because there's quite a bit of Marvel books out there. So these three are kind of making fun of Shakespeare and Shakespeare's plays, but from Star Wars stories, and it's pretty fun. These are all from the library upstairs. This book, called Ahsoka, is about Ahsoka Tano. She's a Clone Wars character, and this copy is my copy, so if you'd like to borrow it, let me know. The Light of the Jedi came out last year, and it's a new book in the Star Wars series about the High Republic. And then finally, Star Wars from a Certain Point of View. This is all about stories within the first movie, A New Hope, that are told from a kind of a, not a main character, but a side character, and from their point of view. So it's really cool. They're all basically short stories, every single chapter. So we're going to be listening in class to this one. It's the last chapter in the book, and it's the funniest by far. So I thought we would give it a listen. And it's short. So that is First Chapter Friday. If you have any question about what we're doing this week, please let me know.